When the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up.
Okay. So, before we begin, this is the video that I said that I'm not even entirely sure if I'm, like, legally able to make. This is a story that happened to me. These are events that happened in my life. I'm going to relay them to you as accurately as possible. You guys know what that means. I'm going to tell you what I remember from what I remember. In the series I remember it. Shit might be jumbled. Nevertheless, if you decide to in some way use this story for nefarious purposes, I completely and utterly disavow you. I hope you get caught. I hope you get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. This happened to me under the best of circumstances, and it has been a fucking nightmare. If you do this to somebody else in some way, somehow, and get it to work, I hope they fucking bury you under the prison. This is some bullshit, right? But this happened to me. And I think that this should get out there in some way. And yeah, there's just the 20 of you to watch me, but I'm putting it on the fucking internet. Who knows what happens tomorrow? So, let's sum up. The way the event started is, my brother decides to move from California back to Ohio. Right? Not for any political reasons or anything like that. It's just, he, decided he wanted to move. There's a lot of reasons, not my fucking story to tell. He decided he wanted to moving back to Ohio, right? Brings him, his new wife, and his 3 kids, my nieces and my nephew. They moving back to Ohio. Moving back to relatively close to us. They decided, for whatever reason, it's my brother, he decided that they were going to take their big ass camper. They have a big, huge fucking camper with a giant fucking F5 million 50 fucking truck. And they bring this thing cross country, and then they camp at a fucking campground in the camper for like a long time. And during this, he was like, well, I'm just going to have my mail sent to you guys' house. And that way we can get our mail and shit, and we don't have to like try and send it to the camper. Because we don't have a house yet. We're gonna browse before we decide what we're going to do. So, time goes by. And finally they get a house. Right? They get a house, and we're going to transfer our mail from you guys' house to our house. Fair enough, right? Went down to the USPS, filled out the little change of address postcard, handed it over to the man. Cool, right? Paid whatever it is. I don't know. I don't even remember if there's a pay. I think I've done it in years past where you just fill out the card and hand it to them. And then I think the last time I did it, I think I had to pay a fee or something like that. I don't fucking remember. Nevertheless. So, get the change of address thing going. Mail is about to begin going from our house to his house. So, I wake up one morning, and I've got a text message from my credit card company. Did you charge $200 to Google Ads? No, I did not. So, I call the credit fraud department. As I'm driving into work, I'm talking to this lady, praying to God that she doesn't ask me a question that I have to go, I'm driving into work right now. You know what I mean? Like, But nevertheless, it was a very short conversation. Like, I think we were done with the conversation before I hit first light, which is like 2 blocks away from my house. So, wasn't anything ridiculous. Nothing terrible. But yeah. Cancel my card. Send me a new one, please. Thank you very much. 7 to 10 business days. Alright? So, 1 week later, my fucking bank card, I think it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, sends me a text message. Did you charge $722 to Ticketmaster? And I'm like, not ever in my life. Even when I was going to concerts. No. Like, I think the most I ever spent on tickets to concerts was like, I want to say under $400. And that was for Perfect Circle, I think was the last one. And Tool might have been around $500. And this is for like 2 tickets, mind you. This isn't like $500 for me. No, it was like $500 for 2 tickets. Like, charged on my card. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go to Tool. I'm getting tickets. Get tickets. Right? Like, that was kind of what it was. 2 tickets. Motherfucker. So, $722. I'm like, no. Alright. Shut down your bank card. 7 to 10 business days. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I'm thinking to myself, well, my credit card should be in. It's been a week. My credit card should be in this week. So, whatever. 7 to 10 days. I've got a wallet full of tips. Hundreds of dollars of tips that I've been collecting for like 2 years now. I can use cash. It'll be obnoxious, but whatever, I can use cash. And for like another week, I'm running around just running through cash. And then another couple of days go by, it's weekend, and then another couple of days go by, so I'm into the second week of using cash, and I'm like, just eating and buying cigarettes, man, I'm like running out of cash now. I'm like, this fucking sucks. And then we find out along the way, all of our mail is being sent to my brother. Not just his mail, all of our mail. Something somewhere got fucked up. I'm not pointing blame at anybody. I don't know what happened. I wasn't really involved in the process of making shit fucked up. I was just involved in the what the fuck is happening part, right? So, I don't know what happened. I don't know who fucked up. Someone fucked up, and instead of it being my brother's full name, it was just my brother's last name, which happens, funnily enough, to be my last name, and my father's last name, and my mother's last name. So all of our mail now is getting sent to my brother. Everything that isn't junk mail, because junk mail, anything that's addressed to you or neighbor or resident, that's all just a stack of shit. They open that shit up every day, and then they go, alright, this is junk mail for the day, and they just throw that in the box no matter what. That doesn't get rerouted because it's supposed to go to the location. Who gives a fuck who you are? It's the house. Somebody lives in that house, or somebody's going to get it, and that's what we care about. We don't give a shit if it's you. So, that stuff's still coming. We're still getting junk mail. Nice, right? But all of our actual mail, bills and stuff, is all getting sent to my fucking brother. So I'm like, alright, well, let me know when a card comes in. You feel the envelope, oh, there's a card in there. Let me know when the card comes in and I'll come over and get it. He lives like a half an hour away, so it's an hour-long round trip. And I'm like, whatever the fuck, I need the fucking credit card. And like, mind you, there's periphery shit on the outside of this that I'm not even going to bother to go into because it doesn't really matter. But, like, there's other fucking chaos blowing up in my life, too, while all of this fucking shit is going on, and I'm just out of my fucking mind, right? So, finally, I get told, they got a card. And I'm like, fuck yeah, tell him I'm on my way. Oh, no. Brother's coming over here. He's bringing it. I don't even have to do anything. Service with a smile. Fuck yeah. Card comes in. I get the card. I'm like, oh, there's the card. I'm fucking with my niece. Snapping her with the fucking envelope. Got the card. You know. She's laughing her ass off. So happy. She's like, are you excited? I'm like, do I fucking look like I'm excited? Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I open it up. And I'm like, that's my bank card. Because I've made the decision now. The credit card is for using because that is credit. Like that, they are cool with me with fucking with that shit. Like I had ridiculous shit happen in the past where they're like, is this a thing you're doing? And I'm like, yeah, this thing I'm doing. And then there's this. I didn't do that. No. Nor that. Nor that. Nor that. I got 4 claims now. I'm like, no. That's not me. So, I got my bank card. Well, at least I can get money out of the bank now. I'm not going to use it to buy things because it's my bank card and I got to have something pure. And it might as well be my bank card because at least I can get out money. Right? So this shit ever happens again where my credit card gets fucked with, then yeah, send me another credit card for 7 to 10 days. I just get out money. Or I do what I did this time ultimately, which I'll get to, but whatever. Right? My bank card cannot be... Nothing can scan it except for the ATM at my bank. That's the only fucking thing. So, alright, cool. I got my bank card at least. At least I can get out money now because my little magic money wallet, it magically disappeared. Right? I tell you guys, yeah, I call it magic money because it's not money that I'm technically really earning. It's just money that people are just donating to me. It's just, here, have a beer. Yeah, lunch is on me. Whatever. So I'm like, alright, cool. Tip wallet, magic money. And watch me make it disappear. Fucking gone. It is fucking empty now. I have no more money in it. Like $400. This is for another week and a half, 2 weeks. Right? But at least I can get out money. Fucking bank card's in. But now I'm getting pissed at the credit card. I'm like, dude, the bank card, you had a week on the bank card. And the bank card's already here. So, I call the bank. Right? I call the Visa or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm like, alright, look, you know, it's been a while. You guys said 7 to 10 days. Like, is there any way you can send me another card? Because I don't have it yet, and I kind of need the stupid credit card. Like, can you overnight me another card or something to help me out here? And the girl, very nice girl, she's like, let me look at this. And she's like, well, it was sent on the 7th, and it says it's in transit, so there's nothing I can do. And I'm like, but you guys said 7 to 10 days. And she's like, yeah, it takes 7 to 10 days. And I'm like, it's been a while. And she's like, all right, well, let me, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, 13 days. It's been 13 days. Yeah, I know. It's been a while. Like, what can we do? And she's like, well, we can call it lost, you know. And I'm like, awesome. What happens when we call it lost? And she's like, well, then I can, you know, FedEx you 1 to 2 day for $25 and we'll get you a card sent FedEx. And I'm like, do it. I'm like, what the fuck ever it takes. At this point, it's been almost a month. I'm like, whatever it takes. Send the fucking card. I need the fucking card. Send the card. Right? So, we'll call it lost. Hold on. Let me check your address. check my address. And she reads off my address. And I'm like, that is not my address. And she goes, really? And I'm like, yeah, that is not my address. Now, at first, I didn't recognize the address. But I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, what is going on here? Like, what is this? That is not my address. How did you get that address? Where did that address even come from? And she goes, it says here, USPS. Order to change on the address. And I'm like, how the fuck does USPS order a change on the address? And I'm like losing my fucking mind thinking about this, going, what are you even... The post office just changed my address with my credit card company? Like, how the fuck does that happen? So I'm freaking the fuck out, running through a million... The reason why I have insomnia, more often than not, although my body breaking down quickly is becoming another part of it, but nevertheless, my brain races. So when I get like into a complicated, intense event, I'm going a million fucking miles an hour. I'm running everything I'm hearing is going fucking... How does this fucking fit? And my brain is just working overtime. Because I can't fathom why the United States Postal Service would contact my credit card company and change my address with them. And then, so she's like, all right, well, we'll call it lost or stolen. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah. And I'll set it up to do the FedEx to send you a new card, and it'll be there in 1 to 2 days. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, but it's Saturday, so that means it'll get into the mail on Monday. And I'm like, so you're telling me Tuesday or Wednesday? I'm fucking good. Just get me the fucking card. Like, I can make it another weekend and part of a week. I got my bank card now. I can at least get out money. But I'm like, why the fuck? And then it dawns on me, oh my God. That's my brother's house. And I'm like, so they changed my address with my credit card company. And I'm like, can you set it to where you need to have my, like, voice verification with a social security number and all that kind of shit to change my address? Like, can you just never do that again for any reason other than I'm telling you to do it? And she's like, yeah, we can do that. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, oh my God. So, I'm like, well, alright. We're fine then. That's fixed. My card's coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to cost me $25. But at least then, when it gets here, the nightmare will be partially over. Like, so that happens, right? Then my brother brings over my niece, and she stays with us sometimes to do things at church and whatnot. So brings her over. And then brings mail. And I'm like, alright, cool. Oh, you got letters. And I'm like, hopefully I got something else that I want to fucking see. No. I've got a letter from my bank that I have my car loan through. Did you change your address? If you didn't change your address, you better fucking call us. And I'm like, I know what you're thinking. And you're right. Lady at the bank tells me, again, another wonderful lady, she tells me, yeah, the USPS put it in order to have your address changed. And I'm like, and she tells me, We are required by law to change your address if the USPS tells us to. And I'm like, so there's not even any way that I could like put in an order to never ever have that happen again without my own like verbal approval or whatever. And she's like, well, you know, if anybody tries to change your address, we always send out a letter to your address. And I said, well, ma'am, so you understand how, like, I'm like, have you ever had to change your address with the USPS? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, so you know that, like, they tell you you got to change your addresses, you got 90 days. At least that's the way it used to be. So you're telling me that if I don't like you, for whatever reason, I just up and decide I don't like you, and I find out where you live somehow, I could just go to the post office, fill out a change of address card, hand it to the guy, he puts that in the system, and then your banks and credit card companies and everybody gets a call from the post office or an email from the post office saying, change this person's address? So I could just have all your mail sent to me. And she's like, yeah, that's crazy. And I'm like, here's the kicker. So you get the call to change my address, right? Yeah. So you changed my address, right? Yeah. So you send out a letter to my old address to tell me somebody's trying to change your address, right? Yeah. So the post office gets that letter sent to the old address to confirm the address change, and then goes, oh, this is going to this address, I got to put this yellow sticker on it and send it to the new address. And she goes, yeah, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. So now this person who's stolen all of your mail is now getting the, did you change your address? If you did, don't do nothing. Nope, this is good. And she's like, yeah, that's crazy. And I'm like, well, let's acknowledge, sooner or later you're going to get caught, because within a month or two, people are going to be like, where the fuck is my mail? And they're going to start calling the post office going, where the fuck is my mail? And they're going to be like, well, we put in this work or this change address thing for you, and then had all of your mail changed for you for all of the banks and everybody who would possibly send you mail. And I'm like, so sooner or later you're gonna get caught. But fuck me. This happened to me for a month. And it sucked. And like I said, best possible conditions. My mail's not being sent to some random fucking person who figured out where I live and has stolen my mail now. It's sent to my brother. So I'm still getting all of the, did you change your mail, sent here. I'm still getting it over there and having it brought to me or whatever, going to get it. Like, but fucking still. Like, I think I found a flaw in the system. I think we should go back to the whole, you got 90 days to change all your addresses and get all your mail going to the right place, or else we're going to go back to sending the mail as addressed. Like, that's the way it's always been. I think even the last time I moving in here like a year or two ago, I think I had to make calls and change my addresses and shit. I don't think the fucking post office did that shit for me. How stupid is that? Like, who thought of that? Who the fuck did that? And the banks are required by law to change your address if the USPS tells them to. And then their confirmation is going to get sent to the new fucking address. Like, so I'm like, well, shit, you know, like, I guess call, like, can you put in there to call me or something? And she was like, sure. Okay, now at least they have to call me and be like, we got shit going on, you might want to call us and talk to us. Like, but it's not very fucking heartening. And like I said, the lady at the bank, she was very, very cool. She's laughing her ass off because I'm essentially doing this video for her, right? I'm like, what if I just wanted to steal Beyonce's mail? I could just be like, Beyonce Knowles now lives here. You know what I mean? And she's like, that is crazy. And I'm like, yeah! And she's like, yeah, I'm going to put in like an alert, emergency, fucking look at this, thing, and send that up the chain. And I'm like, yeah, you should really do that. And she's like, yeah, I think this is a problem. And I'm like, me too. And I'm living it, like. So she's going to send something up the chain. I don't know what the fuck happens from there. But I'm like, oh my god. And that's why I'm like, I'm not even entirely sure that like this is legally a good idea to publish this video, because it's mail fraud, just so you know. It's a big felony. I think it's mail fraud, right? Or is that some sort of like bookkeeping thing with the mob? They named all those fucking things weird. But I think it's mail fraud, right? At the very least, it's fraud, and it's federal. Like, the USPS is a federal institution. Don't fuck with the USPS, right? But nevertheless, they fucked up, and because of their fuck up, insanity ensued. And, right, at the very least, they didn't say, well, is there a first name, or is it just everybody with this last name? And then quite possibly, somebody in my family might have been like, oh yeah, just everybody. I don't know what happened. Somewhere something got fucked up, and everybody with our last name, their mail's going to his house now. And because of that, it uncovered a dastardly plot and a major what in the fuck with the mail. So, I don't know, man. I think I'm a whistleblower. I can't be in trouble for this shit, right? I'm a whistleblower. And also, fuck you, it's a factual story. I have 2 phone calls from 2 different banks. Both have been recorded. I have corroborative witnesses. This shit has happened to me. This is a true fucking story. And I am absolutely telling you that it is a big time crime. You shouldn't do it. Don't fuck with people like this. It's a fucking nightmare. I hope you're caught and fully fucked by the long dick of the law. But it's possible I get in trouble for this shit, because, like, essentially telling you how to do mail fraud. Like, fuck me. But, yeah, so. But I got my credit card Tuesday. So then I ordered all of my sleeves. I got fucking 5 boxes of sleeves. I really like, this is not a product thing, but the Staroo, they're not paying for this at all. Maybe I should. I'm just going to involve everybody's fucking name. These are really good sleeves for, like, Magic cards, I really think. So I got 5 boxes of these. I really like these. So that's 3,000 sleeves. And I'm looking at what I'm doing and what all I got left, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll see. I don't know. I know I'm going to need another case. I'll show you this. I got a really, look at how nice this is. I'm not going to say who this product is, just because this may be an illicit video, and I've already gotten one person and one company in trouble. Guilt by association, you're doing mail fraud. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's got a dice case, and then these are all my decks that I have, sleeved so far. This is my sliver deck. These are all guild decks. I think these are guild decks too, and then these are gonna be like, I don't know. These are gonna be kind of like fun decks that are just really goofy and weird. And then these are gonna be all the guilds. I'll probably have another couple guilds in here, and then like the whatever the fuck they're planeswalkers and shit. And oh, dude, I got. Ugh. But yeah, this should hopefully hold all of my decks. That's what I'm hoping. And I also messaged Shithead and said, "Did you send a fucking card?" And he was like, "Yeah, my wife sent it today." And I'm like, "Fantastic." It only literally took you the week I told you you had to make this good. It literally took the entirety of that week for you to decide to have your wife send the fucking card. Fine, whatever. It took 6 days for it to get here last time. It should be here like Monday or Tuesday next week. Whatever. If it arrives, fantastic. Like I said, I'll just not leave him a review. Because at least he's not a scammer, but he is a fucking piece of shit. If it arrives and it's like shredded or torn or fucked up in any way, oh, I'm going to rail his ass. I'm going to leave him a fucking -8 review. Suck a dick, right? Like, but whatever. So everything's coming up, Andy. And the craziest thing about it, yet again, as I mentioned before, is that the Hassan fucking dog zapping shit kicked off all of this fucking lunacy. And they're all just collapsing. And I'm sitting here going, well, shit, man, at least my situation is getting better. Got my card. I got all my shit that I've been wanting to buy for a month to fucking do this shit. Except now I really want to play ball pit, but I'm stuck sleeving 3,000 fucking cards and praying that that's all I really need to have. It fucking isn't going to be. I'm going to need to get more shit for it. But nevertheless, so there you go. I hope you find this educational as far as self-security is concerned. If at any point you're missing a letter, call whoever it is that letter is supposed to be from and be like, "Hey, just want to check my address with you because I thought I was going to have a letter from you around this time and it hasn't come yet. And it's weird." Don't let it go for months. Don't be like, "Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's just late." This ain't COVID, bitch. No, something's fucked up. If you're missing mail in any way, something's fucked up. Just check the address. Because somebody might have changed your address. It might be something innocent, like my situation, or might be something terrible, because now it's fucking out there. But, yeah, hopefully they'll crack down on it and figure it out at some point. Who knows? Maybe my running it up the food chain with the bank, somebody up in the higher-ups might see that and go, "Oh, fuck, yeah, this is probably a bad idea." And then they might call somebody and then get shit done. I don't fucking know. Donald Trump needs to hear about this, because it's ridiculous. But yeah, there you go. That's my anti-government rant for the fucking year, because this thing actually affected me in some way, and it's fucking retarded. So there's that. But yeah, story time.